Come and get it with Peter Russell-Clarke.
Hello, Peter Russell-Clarke.
G'day, sports. How are you?
Good.
You're all looking particularly
Yes,
good.
thank you.
Considering you're bloody vegans.
Hey, we're very healthy vegans.
Well, the other two are vegans. I'm not vegan.
You will be, Robbie.
Yes.
Vegan.
Vegan.
That doesn't work on me.
It doesn't work on
Hey,
anyone.
speaking of awesome people, Peter Russell-Clarke, we do have to congratulate another Peter Russell-Clarke who is related to you, who just won some crazy computer design award.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, you don't know.
Tell me, the bastard won't send money home.
No, your son, who's a kind of famous designer. He just won an award. We just saw it online.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well, he works with Apple. He's senior designer for Apple, which is marvellous. He gave us one which won't work.
What does he? What sort of things does he design for the computer company?
You know, I'm buggered if I know. He talks to me for about 2 hours with hardly giving me a drink. By then I've sort of lulled into you know when you dehydrate when people are talking to you?
Yes.
Bloody hopeless, yeah. I was going to talk... You know what the oldest crop in the world is?
Prostitution? That's the profession.
Oh, that's the oldest job.
No,
Yeah.
crop. Soya beans.
So you want to talk about soybeans today?
Well, the curd. You've got to be very careful because bean curd actually is tofu, and you've got to be careful when you pronounce the C and you're mentioning the T of tofu.
You don't want to get those mixed up, do you?
It was very interesting because when people decided they shouldn't be eating meat, people like yourselves, Sanitarium bought out a bean curd which they said would replace meat, but it tasted bloody awful. And so what they did is they took the flavour of the beans out of it, and it even tasted worse. But people now eat it because they changed the name to either miso or tofu. So if you say you're going to eat bean curd, no one likes it. But if you say tofu, then all the little bloody smarties say you beauty.
Do you cook with tofu much, Peter?
Tofu's got exactly no taste. Absolutely. That's why if you scramble it, if you're going to have a breakfast and say you're scrambling like you're scrambling eggs, all you get is a bloody hopeless mess of white stuff, which looks like squashed up feta cheese and got no taste unless you put oranges in it, take the membrane off the orange, the little segment of orange, and put that in with some, say, cooked tomato. But you wouldn't want to have the tomato stirred into it because then it becomes a pink bloody mass.
So are we going to come back after a couple of songs in? Are you going to give us a recipe for said tofu?
We are, and we're going to tell you how to stop farting when you eat it.
I just can't wait. That's Peter Russell-Clarke.
Put ginger. If you put ginger in it stops
he's told
you
us
farting.
already.
Wow.
No, but I'm going to go into detail.
Oh, good.
Okay.
What is the fart made of?
Okay, let's find out after a couple of songs. Peter Russell-Clarke in this morning.
Robbie, Marique and the Doctor on Triple J.
Yes, so Peter, we're talking about tofu this morning.
We are talking about tofu, which is bean curd, which is miso.
Now, while we're talking about tofu, Lindsay and I were actually just looking on your website and we're looking at some of your paintings because what a lot of people don't know is that you're actually a very talented artist.
That's why you wear a cravat.
And we
Exactly.
found the one of a lady.
It's
Do you paint many nude ladies, Peter?
It's called Married to the Environment.
A nude lady, is it?
Well, it looks like a vagina from where I'm sitting, but I'm sitting a bit further away from Lindsay. I don't know what you... I mean, do you paint many still lifes?
I don't paint
you're moving on.
close-up of vaginas. I just use the vagina to sort of store my brushes. But when you're painting in the nude, a lot of artists wear socks so they can put the brushes in their socks. I tend to use a vagina myself.
Well, I'm glad we got to that this morning because we've had you on the show for quite a while now and we've really never gotten down to that aspect of your art.
Anyway, tofu.
Yes, back to tofu.
Well, when you eat tofu, you do fart a lot, and the reason for that is because the nitrogen and carbon dioxide is formed when the enzymes are being broken down in the beans, and beans have got... any beans have got a lot of omega-3, so actually what you're farting is omega-3, so if you could bottle it, you could sell it, I reckon.
I'd buy that.
Yeah, I'd buy it too. That's why it tastes
I'd come round to your studio and I'd watch you paint, watch you get your paintbrushes out, and then I'd buy a bottle of your fart.
You know what endame is? It's, if you get a bean, a soya bean, in its pod, you cut the end of the pod open and then pop that into hot water. They do say salted hot
Isn't
water.
it called? Isn't it pronounced edamame?
Yes, edamame.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he
They're
said.
great.
The soybean is an extremely versatile bean.
Oh, Lindsay, you love it.
What I'm saying is, when you cook it with in the bloody thing, what do you call it,
It's
the pod?
pod, yeah.
Don't cook it with salt, because the salt toughens protein. What you do is cook it in the boiling water, take it out, open the pod, and then sprinkle rock salt on it.
Gotcha.
You put the salt on after you've cooked it. You got that?
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
pop them. And you pop the seeds out, and you eat the seeds.
And apparently that's bar food in Japan.
It's bar food here now.
That they have just bowls of it on the bar.
You can go to
edamame.
places. I've been
Yes, and it's a good thing.
I think so.
It's
too.
bloody tasty.
The Canadians put lemon in their beer.
I thought the Mexicans did that.
No, the Mexicans put it in the neck of the beer bottle. I'm talking about
right.
they actually put it in the beer, the Canadians.
How do you have time to find all this stuff out when you're doing so much painting?
I don't. I make it up.
Oh,
I can't
good.
think of anything else to
So are we
say.
going to get a recipe for tofu, or is that
No, that's it.
No, you, I've given you the recipe. I've given you edamame. I've given you that. I've told you about how to make scrambled eggs.
No,
For
you're
Christ's
right,
sake,
you're
how much do you want?
No more. Peter
All right,
Russell-
I'll tell you
Oh,
very
okay.
quickly. Get a little square of tofu, cut it through so you've got like 2 bits of tofu bread, right? And then instead of putting butter on that, put some, what's that stuff? Why did I ask?
Jam.
No, not jam.
Vegemite.
No,
Soy sauce?
sesame seeds, squash sesame seeds.
tahini.
Tahini.
Yeah.
You put tahini on it, and then if you weren't a vegan, a bit of that fish stuff, the pink fish, what's that,
caviar.
salmon. You put that salmon on, and then you put the 2 bits together, and then you dip that in beaten egg, and then in a little flour, and then you drop that into a pan and fry it in oil, and it absolutely is delicious. Let
Yum.
me tell you.
There you go.
Yeah,
We brought it round.
You did it.
Brought it round.
Peter Russell-Clarke. Thank you.
Thanks, PRC.
I don't know whether it would work or not.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. We like you.
Hooroo.
Thanks.
It's been very good again today.
It has. It was
Hasn't
good
it?
today.
I've thoroughly enjoyed speaking to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And us
I
to
like
you.
the bit
Yeah,
about the
that's very
vaginas.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
that's right. Did I tell you you've got to put ginger when you cook your tofu? Put ginger in it.
Oh, yeah. Stops
and
you
the ginger
farting.
stops the farting.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
If you use bicarb, which some people will tell you, that destroys the thiamine. That's in the thiamine in the bean. And that's no good because you need thiamine.
And we need firemen too.
Exactly right.
We need firemen with firemen. Thank you very much, Peter. We'll catch you in a couple of weeks.
See you later.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
mate. See ya.
Cheers.
With Robbie, Marique and the Doctor on Triple J.